Hi, everybody, and welcome to Boston College Football Camp Report, Episode 5, with Will Long, BC Offensive Coordinator. I'm John Meterparel. It's great to have you with us, Will. Good to see you.
You too, John.
Camp has flown by. Maybe it doesn't feel like that to you, but you're certainly in the grinding stages now as you prepare for the opener. But what are your thoughts about how the offense has developed?
I thought we've taken steps every day, whether it be the run game or the passing game. And we throw a lot at our guys. And, we've got really smart kids here. And they're able to absorb it all and take it all in and learn. And the guys have done a great job, if they do make mistakes, learning from those mistakes and correcting those the next day. But I've been pleased with where we're at.
Big story at camp, quarterback, QB1 name, Dylan Lonergan. Bill O'Brien made that call. What has Dylan Lonergan done to distance himself from the rest?
Yeah, he's very accurate with the football. He's got really good arm talent. He's done a great job since he's come here, picking the offense up, learning the offense, working with his teammates, getting on the same page as his receivers. But he's got a chance to be a really good football player.
And when you work with a quarterback that hasn't had much game experience, what are you emphasizing?
Well, really just trying to get him in those situations as much as possible. Whether it's at the end of practice, where it's a move the field period, where it's a call it, whether it's been the scrimmages we've had in the stadium, trying to put him in those situations that are going to show up in games that he's got to be ready for.
What do you think the biggest challenge is, not only for him, but any quarterback starting game one in their college career?
I mean, there's always an element, in my opinion, of getting the first time jitters out. Like when I played football, running down on kickoff, I love that because you got those butterflies. You want to get those things out and hit somebody. There'll probably be a little bit of that, and just getting his feet wet and get going. But I feel confident that once he does, that he'll feel get in a groove and feel comfortable doing so.
It's a strong room, Bill, and you guys have talked about that throughout the offseason. What has the quarterback room done to get better? Those guys work all the time. Coach Dibbs does a great job with them. They're here early in the mornings doing the walkthroughs. They're here after meetings and after hours working on other things, looking at tape. Tells and disguises from our defense to better themselves, to be prepared for practice. But the whole room's been really, really good, been very attentive, and I like where they're at. Offensively, it looks like I look at this roster, I say BC has a lot of depth this year, especially receiving core. A lot of guys have flashed, young guys have flashed. Do you see that as well?
Yeah, there's a lot of guys. When guys have gotten opportunities, most of them have taken advantage of those. And so from the top down, from guys like Lewis and Jaden and Reed, all the way to some of these young guys like Dawson Pugh and Samaj, and they've shown flashes. So very excited about those guys.
Running back room strong as well. Turbo Richard, Jordan McDonald, Alex Broome's had a nice camp. Bo McCormick has really emerged. What do you tell a running back when they come to BC in terms of how to get better?
Well, just like anybody, I've always felt like guys get better with repetitions. We're going to do a great job in the meeting room teaching them. Coach Huggins does a great job with the backs, making sure they know what to do. But just like anybody, experience and reps are what you're going to learn from. I think we got a really good running back room. We've always been a running back by committee. And those guys, we really like to roll the backs. So we got some guys that they're going to help us.
How would you describe the BC offense? What's your mindset when you call a game?
We like to be as multiple as possible. Whether it's motions and shifts and personnels and this and that. We want to create an issue for the defense on every play. We try our best to put the defense in conflict, but it's a pro-style offense, and to play quarterback in this offense, you got to be able to handle that. And there's checks and kills that go with things that we see on defense, and so it's a pro-style offense, but we like to be multiple.
Offensive line, you lose some pros, but you're also supplemented well up there. What have you seen from them?
They're bunch of lunch pail guys, and we got some guys stepping up. We lost a few guys from last year's team, and we've had some guys step up and replace them. I'm very pleased with that. But there's good leadership in that room. You see leadership from Logan Taylor. You see leadership from Jude Bowery, Dwayne Alec. We got some younger players stepping up and buying in, and there's a lot of good things there.
Finally, when you look ahead to that Fordham game, and just overall the schedule, you guys don't like to look ahead, but guys like us do. But Fordham week 1, what's your mindset going into that game?
Yeah, we better be ready to play, because they're going to come in here like this is their Super Bowl.
And so we got to put a great game plan together and be prepared and show up ready to go, because they're going to give us their best, and we better give them ours.
How long does it take you to formulate a game plan, or do you already have one in mind?
No, in the off season we do spend some time on some of the earlier opponents, and so that we have an idea of what they do, and that doesn't always hold true.
Yeah.
But we do try to get a feel for that, and try to put something together. But there's still, as you go through camp, you kind of realize what your identity is as an offense and as a team. And so sometimes those things you may have thought of in the offseason change as camp goes. And but yeah, we definitely gave some thought to them in the offseason. We'll put the game plan together. We'll give some thorough thought to that too.
And you know what? We buried the lead. You're going to be a new father.
That's right.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it,
That's
John.
coming next month.
That's right. Little man.
Little man is coming. Will Long
Yeah.
is going to be a dad for the first time. How's your wife doing?
She's doing great. She's doing great. Obviously she's got a month to go, so hopefully he holds on, because it's supposed to be scheduled for the bye week. So
There you go.
we're hoping he holds on till then.
I'm thinking quarterback, class of 2045, something like that?
There are not a lot of quarterbacks in my family, but we'll figure out something for him.
Or maybe a receiver back from your North Carolina
Maybe something
days.
like that,
Who
yeah.
knows? But either way, congrats.
I appreciate that.
Will Long, BC Offensive Coordinator, good luck to you. This is the BC Football Camp Report. Welcome back to the BC Football Camp Report. This is Bryce Steele, linebacker, a man who needs no introduction. Bryce, welcome back. How are you?
I'm doing good. Thank you. Thank you guys for having me on the show.
Most importantly, how you feeling?
I'm feeling great, man. Just glad to be back out there with the guys. We've gotten a good start off to camp and everything, and looking forward to a good season.
An amazing journey for you and what you've been through the last couple of years, battling cancer, overcoming it, the mindset aspect of it. How difficult was it?
My mom, she's a really big inspiration in my life. Seeing how hard she works each and every day from a young age, she kind of instilled that mindset into me. So, despite whatever adversity I face in life, my mindset is to always keep going. Whatever the outcome is the outcome. I know that I gave it my all. Keep fighting until you physically can't anymore.
And very impressively, you're out there every day. I see you working, you're grinding, you're playing first string, you're playing second string. So you're getting a lot of reps. How are you feeling physically?
I'm feeling great. The best I've felt in years. This off season, winter and summer, my biggest emphasis was definitely conditioning, and working with Coach Fitz and his amazing staff and everything. They've got me in a great shape. I'm excited to display it this upcoming season.
What was the most difficult aspect physically to get back to where you need to be?
Just really learning how to breathe again. My surgery back in 2023 was a pretty extensive surgery. I had my part of my diaphragm removed, and one of my diaphragms is completely paralyzed. So
Wow.
it was hard. When I first got out of the hospital, I couldn't even walk 5 to 10 yards without gasping for air and everything. So just the fact that I'm able to be out here running and everything with the team and with the guys, that's all thanks to Coach Fitz and his staff.
Was there a time when you couldn't walk that you thought of these days, you thought of practice, you thought of the grind, you thought of what it took to overcome an obstacle?
Yeah, when I was in the hospital for about a month and a half, I had multiple doctors tell me that I wouldn't be able to play football again, and so for me, they didn't know my mindset. They didn't know how driven and how hardworking of a person I am, and so for them to say that to me, I kind of took it in one ear and kind of threw it out the other, and I did everything in my power to make sure that I was able to step on the field once more.
You're a competitor, so
Yes, sir.
Your experience growing up in North Carolina, you learned that. Do you feel like that's the case?
Yeah, I've been a competitor since I was a little kid. That's something that my mom and playing with my little brother and my friends growing up and everything. That's something that's a mindset that I've had since I was young. So just carrying it with me throughout life and any and everything I do, whether it be on the field, in the classroom, wherever in life. I always try to give 110% in everything I do.
And coming back, what aspects of your game do you think have improved? Has there been a point where you said, I need to improve this point to become a better player?
Yeah, I've really been trying to focus on really all aspects of my game. a couple years ago, at like the beginning of 2024, I really was struggling with everything from,
Right.
Agility to conditioning to, brain fog and all that. So, right now, Coach OB, he's just, preaching get 1% better at something every day. So that's really what I've been honing on and doing. I've been obviously training athletically all summer, all winter. And, as a team, we've, been going over the playbook since, January.
Yeah.
So this is, really, our third time kind of learning the defense, and I'm picking up on it pretty well, and the defense is picking up on it pretty well, as you can see.
It's an intense camp. It's been an intense camp as you're
Mm-hmm.
round third and head to home here towards the Fordham game.
Mm-hmm.
You came back last year for a couple games. You played in the Pinstripe Bowl. So you've taken that step. You know what it takes to get on the field. Now it's taking the next step. You guys ready to hit another opponent?
Oh yeah, most definitely. We get tired of hitting each other every day.
I bet you do.
But like I said, we're taking it day by day, finding something to improve on and get better on each day. And even when we get to game time, the way that we have goals, we set goals as a team, as a defense, as a linebacker unit, and the only way we're going to achieve those goals is by taking it step by step. So that's exactly what we're doing.
How would you describe the linebacker room?
I've been able to play my time here at BC with some really good linebackers, and as a room, I think that we're really good as well. Got a lot of good athletes, a lot of smart ball players, even more important, a lot of good people, good teammates, and that's something that we really take in value as a room, is being the best teammate you could possibly be. So we got a lot of good players on both sides of the ball. We're ready to make some noise this year.
And Danny O'Brien, your linebacker coach, what does he mean for you?
He's a great coach, man. He's a great coach, great person. Me and him have built our relationship past couple years. He's extremely smart coach. He's really good at teaching a lot of guys that for the freshmen that obviously coming from high school to college, it's a big transition, a big change physically and mentally. So Coach O'Brien, he's been good with helping those guys, the young guys, make that transition, and also helping with the vets, helping them to develop a mindset to prepare them for the next level as well.
Bryce Steele, you're an inspiration to all of us. And
Thank you.
An amazing journey. We wish you nothing but the best and continued good health and good luck this year.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
All right, Bryce Steele,
Thank you.
BC linebacker on the BC Football Camp Report. BC Football Camp Report continues with BC running back Alex Broome. How you doing?
Good. Nice to be here.
Great to have you here.
Yes, sir.
And great to see you back on the field. A couple injuries, nicked up last year, but we saw an exciting player a couple years ago, year before that as well, and that dynamic element to your game, is that something you've built around?
Yeah, I think that's my edge. I think that's something that I have to keep with me when I get in the game, like being that change of pace guy, just setting the tone for the rest of the offense, the running back room as well.
What was it like overcoming the injury last year, and how hard was it to get back on the field?
I think it was just a different perspective, not like always being with the team, traveling, having to be in the training room a lot, like 24/7, 3 treatments a day, like trying to get back so I could come back and play again and get that feeling again, being out there with the guys. I think that was just the toughest part, not being able to like be on the sidelines always like being involved in the game plan and whatnot. That was the toughest challenge, but also it was good to see like it from just taking a step back, that lens.
Yeah. It's an investment, too. People don't realize how hard you work, not only on the field but off the field. You're an engineering major, so how do you keep it all straight?
I think it's gotten easier as I've gotten older. Freshman year was terrible. It was trying to play, go to class, watch film, do all the things I need to do to be successful. But it's gotten easier. I think the coaching staff has always done a good job making sure there's no conflicts between class and my teachers as well. Having that balance.
What's it been like as a student athlete here? What's the BC experience like for you?
It's been fun. I think BC does a good job of trying to integrate the student athlete in like the student population as well, because we have a lot on our plates with athletics as well, but trying to get us around the students as well, having us like do different events and whatnot so we can all get to know each other.
Yeah, that says a lot about what the school is. As far as what you've learned this year at camp, how has camp gone, and how do you see this offense developing?
Yeah, well, this is my first Coach O'Brien camp officially. So
The B.O.B. experience.
yeah. No, but we get after it day in, day out. I think that this camp has been going well. I think we're getting better as an offense, getting better as a team. I think it's very competitive. Defense gets after us, we get after them. Just they may get us one day or one period. We might get them one day, one period, whatever it may be. But that's good. That'll be good for us in the long run.
You're at the stage now, almost a week away from the opener against Fordham. I've asked this a few times to other players. You ready to play someone else?
Yeah, but like Coach O'Brien just said we're still in camp mode. We're still trying to get better, trying to find the things that'll make us successful during the season. So I think we're still on that, but for sure we're prepared for each opponent. That's how you respect them.
You've been a leader out there. I've noticed you encouraging the younger running backs. What do you tell a guy like Bo McCormick or Mekhi Dodd as they try to work their way in?
I think just staying in the moment, just being prepared for whatever may happen. We used to have a coach. I used to have a coach that say like keep your knees bent, so like just be prepared for whatever situation may come. I think that's the toughest part about being young is you not knowing what to expect. And then we get in the school year, you ripping and running, just being prepared for all that's going to come.
It's the unknown, right, that you have to deal with?
Yes, sir.
But it looks like they've acquitted themselves well. You guys have a really strong running back room. Do you feel that way?
Yes, sir. No doubt. I think we all can go in there, and there shouldn't, for how we see it, is there shouldn't be any drop-off when whoever's in the game, whether it's Turbo or me or Jordan or Mekhi or Bo, whoever it is. For us, we don't think it needs to matter or should matter.
And the guy leading you is your coach, Savon Huggins. What does he mean for you?
I think he's a great coach. I think when I came here, we got a new coaching staff. So the running back coach that recruited me, he wasn't here any longer, and so I appreciate Coach Huggins just because he always believed in me. Like he could have gone and got other guys and whatnot, but stuck together. And here we are.
Everybody's probably already talked about your size. Can't coach size, can't teach size.
No doubt.
But have you used that as an advantage somehow, to even maybe as a motivator to prove people wrong?
I wouldn't say a motivator. It's just that's how the Lord blessed me. You gotta use what I gotta use. But yeah, I think it's part of it. Offensive line is huge. You got Drew Bowery, Logan Taylor, all them guys, 6'5", 6'6" plus, whatever it may be. So just using that to our advantage and different run schemes that we have.
And speed's a big element to your game.
Yes, sir.
Is that something that you think has improved in the last couple of years?
Yeah, I think I really had to work on it, like coming back from injury, but I think that's still a part of my game, so something that we can utilize.
Looking ahead to this season, what steps do you want to take to become better?
I think maybe not me personally, but just as a team, like us focusing on like taking each day one day at a time. I think each game one day at a time, like just continue to find things that we can get better at. Getting 1% better each and every day.
Can't complain about that. Alex Broome, Nashville's finest. You haven't been to Nash Vegas lately?
Nah, not in a minute, but Nash Vegas, you said it.
Are you a Titans fan?
Nah.
No?
There's like Cam Ward, he's cool.
All right.
Yeah.
You get some optimism
I like
there.
Verbal. He's a Patriot. He's a Patriot coach.
He's a Patriot now.
He's a Patriot now.
He's one of ours. But good luck this year. Great to have you back.
Thank you.
Alex Broome on the BC Football Camp Report.